Welcome to the next episode of Thumbnail Tuesdays, where I show you how to make thumbnails like your favorite creators. Today's new pick is Wallibear. This is Thumbnail Tuesdays. Let's get right into it. Okay, so in order to copy this thumbnail, we're going to need to get Wallibear's face, the arrow, the egg, the bed, the island, and the speed lines, as well as all the layer styles. Let's get started. Alright, so for the first pose, you want to go into the map. I got Zarzul. If you want to know how to download the Bedwars Maps, the link is in the description. We're going to go find the pose we want. So as you can see here, it's kind of like an angled pose of the map. So let me get that position real quick. You're also going to make sure to turn your FOV to 30 to get that effect of like depth. Alright, so we got the perfect position for a screenshot. So I'm going to go ahead and press F2. And our screenshot is taken. Now we can head into Mine-imator. Okay, so once you're in Mine-imator, just create a new project. You can just call it banana and then create. You want to make sure that clouds are off and ground is off. And you want to make sure that when you click on the little image icon, it's at 1920 by 180. And if you don't have these black borders, you can just enable it at the top over here. Now you can just go ahead and click the crafting table on item and get the egg, rotate it, make sure renders off. Okay, so it's kind of like in his inventory, so I'm like this. It's a bit rotated, make the scale a bit smaller, and that's a perfect position for the egg. You can go ahead and click on the render icon. I'm going to make the brightness a bit more, and then click on the image icon, remove background, and save. And it's going to ask you to save it, and you just click it save. Now we can go into Photoshop. Alright, so in Photoshop, you want to create a new 1920 by 180 pixel image, and I'm going to call it Wallibear thumbnail. Click on create. Now once it's created, you can go ahead and import your screenshots from both Mine-imator and Minecraft. Alright, so I've got these two images. Now I want to get Wallibear's face. So what I've done, so basically in order to get Wallibear's face, is got one of his thumbnails. And I'm just going to crop his face out real quick in order to get his face, because there's no other way I can get his face. Okay, so I cut out Wallibear's face, and now we want to add some speed lines. So on Google Chrome, I found this image. I'm just going to download it. Drop the image in. So now we got the speed lines. Now I want to scale it to the full width, and we want to double click on it, add a color overlay, and make it all white. You want to make sure it's on normal. So now it's all white lines, and then as you can see here, it's all centered here. So I'll click on this, and I'll move it so that it looks like this. Then we're going to move this in the back. Now we want to add the rest of the layer styles. So next we can go and add a vibrance layer. Set it to like 20 here and about 30 over here. We want it really saturated. Go to the sky or this layer, magic wand tool, select the sky, and then right click it, layer via cut, and move the sky layer behind the island layer. So now we can go ahead and select this, Control T, to select it. I want to make it a little bit bigger, right here. Double click on it, and you want to add some outer glow. So you can copy my settings, outer glow, make sure it's black, and make sure it's on normal. You want to increase the opacity to like a ridiculous amount, and make the spread also like go crazy. Let me see a good amount. Range. Okay, so that pretty much matches his. Then we can go ahead and select the bed. So I'm going to go over here, get the pen tool, just around here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, easy as that. Make a selection. Control J, double click on this. Now we want to copy the layer styles. So for the bed, outer glow, lower the spread, lower the size. Now drop shadow, make it white, distance 0. You want to make the opacity like 100 and increase that a lot to make it really visible. Pretty much matches his. Now for the egg, we want to copy the same layer style. So for the egg, you can just go and add an outer glow, make it really nice and thick because you want it to stand out, and add another gradient overlay, reset to default. You can just copy my settings, make it black a little bit, like this, so it's on 20. So it has that gradient overlay. The same thing with the bed. Let me go and double click on the bed. Where is it? Here. So add a gradient overlay. Okay, so for some adjustments, I'm gonna take the speed layer, Control T, move it out a little bit, and then we want to go to Wallibear's face. I'm gonna add a gradient overlay, make sure it's default, add an outer glow. We want it to be really big, so I'm just gonna make it, let's see, spread like this, like that, and I got a little outer glow. Then you want to do the sky. Now the sky is a really important part that we want to copy. Okay, so I've imported a layer so I can copy a sky. Double click our sky layer that we had previously. Turn on gradient overlay. You want to make it normal. So here, we're going to get the dark color. Here, we want the light color. So now you can see our sky matches his sky. We want to add a little bit of brightness. So you can go to here, add a brightness and contrast, make brightness, and that does add a little bit of a nicer effect. Okay, so finally we want to create the little arrow over here. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to select here, rasterize it, and make sure to be only the arrow. I want it to be only the arrow. And you can go over here, make sure it selects it. Okay, good. Control J. So now we have the arrow. Double click on that, add an outer glow. And you want to make it white. Size 100, no, spread 100, like this. Pass the 100 and then a drop shadow and make that black. Got the arrow, Control T, move it a little bit, make it bigger. And you got the awesome thumbnail for Wallibear. Move it under here, move that under here. Whoa, no, we do not want to do that. And I think that is the perfect Wallibear thumbnail. And if you compare to this one, they look almost identical. When you're done, just click on File, Export, quick export as PNG, and save it where you want to save it. And that is how you make a Wallibear style thumbnail. Here's the final product for you to view. Thank you for tuning in on today's epic episode of Thumbnail Tuesdays.